Hello everyone, Mark Callender with the Callender Home Team and Remax Results, and today I want to talk to you about the perspective in today's real estate world. And what I mean by that is buyers and sellers have a perspective that they've been thinking about or having in their mind for the last 2-3 years, pre-pandemic, pandemic, and post-pandemic now. And what we're looking at in today's world is we still have a lack of homes. There's still, historically speaking, a low inventory. And although rates are rising and they're rising quickly, it is still a good time to sell and buy. And I'm going to talk to you about that perspective. So as a seller, think about how much equity you've gained over the last 10, 15 years. Maybe it's even just been 5 years. Think about the equity that you've gained in your home. Because I talk to my sellers and I say, think about that. Let's talk about that and how much equity. And I've got a lot of sellers who have said, I've gained $150,000 in equity in the last 10 years. And so I would say, where else are you going to get that kind of return? So when they get an offer on their home, they look at it as, well, I don't want to pay closing costs to the buyer. So the perspective is they've gained all this money, but they don't want to give any back to get their home sold. Now I turn it around and I say, okay, when we're ready to buy on your house, what are you going to be looking for? A lot of them will say, well, we want the best deal we can get. We know it's getting to be more of an even market out there, and buyers are now asking for closing costs. They're not writing offers $30,000 over above list price. In fact, some of my buyers are getting offers accepted offering much less than the current asking price. So the perspective is it really evens out. Sellers in this market today are going to have to start giving. They're going to have to start giving up some closing costs, maybe a 2-1 rate buy down, and that's something we can talk about in the future. Or if you have questions, feel free to give me a call. But the equity that they've gained, even though they're giving some of this back to a buyer who wants to purchase their home, they have to look at the buyer's perspective, because they're going to be sitting in that same position in a few months when they're out looking for homes as well. So I have a whole article about this, and I've got statistics on what's going on, and we're going to attach that to today's video. So it's too much to talk about today. But let's talk about perspective and what's happening in the market and what's going to happen in the market. It's still a good market for buyers and sellers. So give me a call when you have a chance. I'd love to talk to you about it. I'm Mark Callender with the Callender Home Team. Thank you.